All right, we're live. Welcome. We're waiting on one more. Jake Marconi is coming. I sent him a link late because I'm a moron. If you run affiliate, if you run an affiliate, if you run coaching, if you just program or follow your own programming or program for yourself, you can track your workouts on Beyond the Whiteboard. Brandon, you should be using this for data hours. Should you go on Beyond the Whiteboard? And if you wanted to swap over from whatever piece of shit system you're using at the minute, it will white glove you over. So it transfers all of your clients. No one has to re-enter. You know the way if you move, I remember that was an issue for you before. You were like, oh man, but I'll have to get everyone to re-sign up and redo all this stuff. Hello, Jacob. I'll have to get everyone to re-sign up and redo all this stuff and enter their card details, whatever. No, Beyond the Whiteboard does that for you. So if you go to btwb.com/all-in-one, is HWPO affiliate on that, Jake?
Is our gym an affiliate?
Is HWPO affiliate programming on Beyond the Whiteboard?
I'm pretty sure it is, yes.
There you go. Although that's on everything, so that's not really much of a statement. But anyway, Beyond the Whiteboard is the best thing that it's on. All right. The perceptive amongst you may notice that we don't have James Sprague and we don't have Jeremy Austin. So James Sprague texted me yesterday and said, something's come up, I got an appointment, unavoidable, I can't go, I'm sorry. And Jeremy Austin basically said the same thing, except he said he was really scared and he was nervous. No, he said he had to coach and he couldn't get out of it. So we woke up Brandon Swan at 5 a.m. So he took Jeremy Austin's place.
Oh, I thought I took James Sprague's place.
No, Jake's better looking, so he took James Sprague's place. So Jake Marconi took James Sprague's place, and Garrett Glinton was here all along, and she remains in situ. Okay, so for anybody that hasn't seen this show before, we are debating 3 topics. Everybody gets 60 seconds to talk. Once you are finished, once your 60 seconds is up, you'll either be muted if you've gone over, or you will be you just stop talking, and then it's the next person's turn. Once 3 people talk for 60 seconds, we go back down the line, and you got 20 seconds each to rebuke something that somebody else said, or build upon your own point, or call someone a twat, or whatever you want. Also, anybody that's watching this show now or later, it would mean a lot to me if you would go to vindicate.com and order a t-shirt. You 3 will notice that I use this phrase, good stuff, quite a lot in this show, because I challenge people to come up with a better thing to say when somebody talks for 60 seconds and then stops and there's just silence, and you have to fill the silence with something to let them know that you've heard what they said, and you don't want to say that was great or that was shit. So you just say good stuff.
Right.
And the tone dictates. So like there's like, oh, good stuff, like, whoa, that was impressive, or good stuff, that was shit. That was a shit good stuff. So you fucked it. If you hear that, you fucked it. All right, so we've got multiple different sizes. It's the Comfort Colors range, the nice little t-shirts. So you got kind of tie-dye yellow, tie-dye purple, or distressed, or whatever. You got black, and you got blue. I don't know, sky blue, aqua blue, blue. It's a kind of blue. All right, so if you go to vindicate.com and buy them, I'd really, really appreciate it. That would be fantastic for me. Just financially, it would could change my life. If everybody that's watching now buys 40 t-shirts, that would change my life. Okay, I'm going to get the clock going. So you got 60 seconds each. I am going to get up our first question. Where will we go first? Fuck it, we'll go boring first. Right. So our first question is, should elite workouts elicit the same stimulus from the male and female field? So some of you who were watching semifinals last week might have noticed that the rope climb workout was a rope climb workout for the female field, and it was not a rope climb workout for the male field. The same could also be argued for the toaster bar workout. It was more of a toaster bar workout for the females than it was for the male field when you look at like where the sticking points were and stuff in the workouts. So my question to you guys is, should those workouts be changed so that the stimulus remains the same for the male and female? Should it have just been a regular rope climb for the females, or 2 regular rope climbs, or whatever, instead of legless? Garrett, you're closest to me. So you're going to start first. You've got 60 seconds. You're fucking thrilled about that news. You got 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Off you go.
No, I don't think you need to change it. I think it's more fun to watch it that way. It gives us more to talk about. You don't want to talk about the same thing for the men and the women all the time. Yeah, because I don't think was a running workout and the shoulder to overhead. We were upset about the 125 as compared to the 135 to get the same but 135 would have absolutely crushed 99% of the women in that field. So no, I think it definitely makes it more fun. And also, you're never going to get the same stimulus for male and female because females are different than males, and we are going to feel things differently than the guys do, no matter what you program.
Do you mean like emotionally or like physically?
Physically, bro.
All right. Good stuff. Swanee, you're up next. You got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
I think with any test, we're looking for two things, or as viewers and as a community, we're looking at the question: is the test valid? Does it test fitness appropriately? But also, is it entertaining and engaging for the audience? They're two things that are important in our sport. And when you look at the results, for example, with the rope climb workout, yes, the female field in Knoxville was 1 or 2 minutes slower, but there's still that tightness and closeness, and there was enough drama, and Tia didn't run away from it, run away from Haley too far in terms of results in that workout. So we've still got that entertainment and engagement factor there, even though the times are slightly different and maybe the stimulus is slightly different. I also think for our fans, it's important to keep that seamlessness between the male and female side of the sport. It's already confusing enough for new fans. We don't want to confuse them any further.
Good stuff. Jake, you're up next. You got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, first, I don't think the stimulus needs to be the same for both the male and female side. It needs to be appropriate for the males and for the females. And if the workout, like Swan said, if it's different from the male to female side, which is what it would take to create an equal stimulus and sort of times, it's going to be crazy to try to keep track of, both for viewers, but also for athletes and coaches. Like, that gets out of control if you've got different workouts. And I think it's totally appropriate for those to be different for males and females because they're built differently. They have different strengths and weaknesses. What I do think needs to be re-examined is the female standards around weight and pulling and all of that. I think that they are lagging behind in the programming, while the women's field is progressing much more quickly than the programming is progressing. And we see things that are appropriate, like the 125 bar, but we also see like a 35-pound dumbbell, which I think is too light for the female field where it's at.
Cool. All right. 20 seconds coming back down the way. Glinton, you're up first. You got 20 seconds. You can agree, disagree with something someone else said, or you can build upon your own point. Off you go.
Well, I'm going to disagree with what you said then, Pedro, because the rope climb thing, I don't think that the women should have done like regular rope climbs. I think it's important to show girls can do the same things as males, even if it's not as fast as the males, because it's not going to be, but it's awesome to show that.
Cool. Swanee, you're up next. 20 seconds. Off you go.
Yeah, I'll just agree with what Jake said in regards to the programming lagging behind the advancement of the, in particular, female side of our community. They're showing that they can do bigger and better things in some areas, and I think the programmers have to be a little bit more in tune with where that field is going.
And Jake, you're last up. 20 seconds. Off you go.
Yeah, I'll build upon what I said before, which is the standards could be a little bit different for males and females, like they would in maybe a class where there's 7 ring muscle ups for guys and 5 for females. Same movement, different rep range. That could be more appropriate, but I think for the most part, it would be difficult to program that.
Cool. This is in reference to me saying cool when Jake stopped talking. Damn, he didn't even get a good stuff. That's bad.
Are you going to make a cool shirt next?
Am I going to what?
Make a cool shirt next. One that just says cool.
Cool whip.
Cool.
Okay. I just have to change your names because some of them are too long. Scores in. You can see. Can you guys see your score? Oh no, you can see your own score maybe when it's updated. Can you? Down the bottom. No. Oh, it's exciting. All right, scores the end of that. So Jake's on 2. I liked his piece about updating the standards and stuff. I thought that was good. And nothing wrong said by anyone else either. So 1.5 for Swanee, 1.5 for Glinton. Yeah, attacking Pedro, bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off. Yeah, I will say I'm not saying women can't do rope climbs. That wasn't my point, but yeah, I enjoyed the attack, and it stirred something inside me. Pedro somehow in the dark with natural light. Ireland is dreary. Yeah, you see, the thing about the lighting in here is go fuck yourself. All right. Second question. Right, we're gonna fucking crank shit up a gear now. That was the boring programming question out of the way. Okay, so last week we had. By the way, you guys are all. No, Swanee, you're Australia. Garrett and Jake, you're based in America. Have you guys had this? Have you had Spade?
I've seen it. I haven't had it.
Oh, you need to. It's on Amazon.
Energy drink?
No, it's like cola. Jeez, the fizz really caught me there. It's like cola. What would you call it? Like soft drink, but there's no sugar, no nothing in it.
Oh, soda.
Ooh.
Yeah, soda. This one just has Tren. Just Tren and nothing else. No, it's really good. Do you know who makes it, Jake?
I'm with you, Contempt. No, I don't.
I'll give you 3 guesses. It's somebody in our realm.
It's Jake Berman's company.
Fuck, that was disappointing that you got that quickly. Okay, right. Anyway, if anybody wants to buy, it's pop. Yeah, it's a pop. It's a soda pop. If anybody, it's more than diet soda though, because there's like, it's like zero. Like there's literally nothing. I don't know. The can is empty when you open it. But they've got like kiwi strawberry, Dr. Spade, which is like it's definitely not ripping off Dr. Pepper, but it tastes exactly like Dr. Pepper. And they've got like blueberry and something. Guava. I don't know what guava is. I don't know what is it, a tree or a berry or what? But fucking hell, that drink is nice. Anyway, drink Spade. You can buy it on Amazon if you're in America, and if you're in anywhere else in the world, just wait patiently, I guess, until it gets big enough that it goes global. Okay, last week we had Knoxville. We had Syndicate Crown. We had some amazing feats of athleticism. We had crying, tears of joy, tears of not qualifying for the games. We had people miss out because they just sent it a bit too hard. People who missed out because they just couldn't send it enough or had too big of a hole to dig themselves out of or whatever. What I want to know is what is the good, the bad, and the ugly from Knoxville. Swanee, you're up first on this one. You are... I don't know what I was going to say there. I was just trying to buy some time when I typed that timer into the clock. All right, so Swanee, you're up first. I'm looking for the good, the bad, and the ugly of Syndicate Crown and Knoxville. You got 60 seconds. Off you go.
So the good, first of all, what I enjoyed most as a spectator was the swagger from some of the male field. So seeing Jason Hopper and Dallin Pepper come out, and it was a real good contrast to, I guess, the stoicism of like Jeff Adler and Roman Krenikov, and that's going to create some cinema going into the game. So I'm really excited to see how those 4 interact at the games now after the weekend. The bad are probably... if not to single anyone out, but Jorge Fernandez, I thought would have done better after switching from the team side. And that's it's obviously a very tough field, and it's a huge transition for him. I expect him to obviously improve on that, but that was surprising. The ugly, Tyler Christoffel missing out again on the bubble. I only say it's ugly because I've been in that position myself, inside the cut line, going to the last workout, and then missing out on a game spot, and it hurts. And I hope he's okay, and I look forward to seeing him back.
Tyler Christoffel is ugly. Okay, got it. Right, Jake, you've got 60
That's not
seconds.
what I said.
Well, you should be muted. Jake, you got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
All right, good and impressive was Austin Hatfield qualifying for the games. That was cool to watch. And then obviously Jason and Brooke going back for her 9th CrossFit Games, Jason for his 4th. The bad was Annika and Tyler Christoffel losing out on going to the games. Annika by a single point and on lunges, which I think has happened before. So that was bad. And I would even say a little bit ugly to watch. It was tough to watch, and she's a friend. And so that was tough. And then my ugly is Jason absolutely sending it to win a workout on the Echo bike and whiffing a rope climb to the point where he came off after. And I said, hey, was that a legit no rep? Because you can't really tell on a rope climb. And he goes, yeah, no, I just didn't hit it. He went for it and completely whiffed it. So that was ugly.
Whiffed it. I haven't heard that before. All right. Glinton, you're up. You got 60 seconds. The good, the bad, and the ugly from Knoxville. Off you go.
You just don't like my first name, huh? It's okay. The good is that Tia came out and decimated the entire field, strutted around, put everybody back on notice. That was just awesome for me, especially as a new mom. The bad was the 3-minute overhead shot of Roman Krennikov on a rowing machine while everything else was going on around, and we didn't get to see any of that. And the ugly was really just not focusing on Taylor and Taylor's storyline the entire time, because it was phenomenal and hysterical. Like watching him race Travis Mayer and watching him like get spit out of snatches, and like it was great. And we didn't see any of that.
Who?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Joel Taylor. No.
Yeah,
Oh, we're not allowed to say his name. Oh, we.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see. Was he at Knoxville? I didn't even realize he was there. I think I saw him in the background of one photo, but I'm not sure if it was him or not. All right. 20 seconds. Fuck. I'm sorry. Bit cumbersome. Right. 20 seconds. Swanee, you're up. You can build upon your own point, criticize someone else's, or whatever you want to do. Off you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to use this to highlight Shelby Neal in the female side. She took 5th, and I think that's going to get lost in amongst the whole Tia, Brooke Wells, Danielle Brandon, sort of all those sort of superstars in the female field. She made some incredible improvement this year, and I think that's just a point that needs to be brought up and will probably be forgotten in that field.
Yeah, whatever. All right, Jake, you got 20 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, Swanee, I agree. Shelby performed savagely and had some really cool finish line moments. I agree with shit talk. Love it. It has been really fun to watch this guy shit talk. And then last thing is congrats on being a new mom, Garrett.
Oh no, Tia being a new mom. I've been a mom for like 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't phrase that correctly, apparently.
No, that was great though. I really enjoyed that. Right, Garrett, you got 20 seconds. Off you go.
I just liked that some of the lesser known athletes got their time on screen, and everybody got to kind of know them, their stories, and be able to root for them. You want to root for the athlete. You have to know them, and I'm glad that they got their screen time. That was good.
Just not Taylor. Okay. Do have some scores. Let's see. I'll just get that ready for the next one. All right. Oh, I nearly ended the whole show. God, some of you would have been so happy. Jake would have been fucking thrilled if I'd done that.
I don't want to be here.
Jake's winning.
Not anymore. He's not. 1, 2. Oh, no, 4. And Swanee.
Your comment section is out of pocket.
Yeah, it's kind of. I wish I had a second person that could do this bit or do the comments, one or the other, because it's hard trying to do the two things at once. Oh, fuck. Well, shit. Okay. Scores. Swanee's on 4. Garrett's on 4. Jake's on 3.5. I actually thought at the beginning of that, well, Swanee's just going to curb stomp everybody in this because he's the only one that's going to slap his dick out on the table and say, I'm going to name an athlete that was bad, that disappointed me. I was very impressed that he did that. But then Garrett made some good points as well, and she kind of brought herself into contention too. Yeah, the Shelby Neal thing is actually absolutely fantastic. Her coach I really like her coach as well. She's the same coach as Brent, that David Only training guy. He seems cool. And when you see him, you're like, do you just like win a competition? You're here to spectate, or like, what are you doing here? Because he just doesn't look like he should be a CrossFit coach. He doesn't fit the mold. Do you know what I mean? He's not the type. And he's a cool guy. Anything else that was said? Oh, fucking hell, I'm not bringing that comment up. Yeah, I see what you mean, Jake. Yeah, I don't know what a guava is. Guava is a fruit. Okay. It's a form of martial arts. Okay. It's 10 planted from the sun. Okay. Nickname for Ortega's penis. Yeah, I believe that. It must be a small fruit then. Is it like a little berry or something? It's a racial term for Asians. Okay, right. That's enough for guava. Oh, fuck it, I will bring it up. Guava is the name for pre-crumb version of lava. Okay, right. I get it. Thank you, Beyond the Whiteboard, for sponsoring this show that is highlighting the CrossFit community and everything that is good. Is out of pocket a good thing or a bad thing? Jake, is out of pocket a good thing or a bad thing?
Just it means crazy.
Okay, but not defined as good or bad.
It depends on the context.
Okay,
it's on the fence, just like
you were warned. Jake, when I was texting Jake earlier on, I said, you get points for this or the other. Just like don't fence it. And I could feel through text that he was like, "Fuck." there goes my strategy.
No, what I said exactly was, "Damn, bro, I am a fence."
I have taken offense. Okay, our last topic. So we've got Jake on 3.5, Swanee's on 4, Garrett's on 4. Pretty much all to play for. Probably should have told Swanee and Jake, if you win this, you come back for the semi-final in 2 weeks. Probably should have mentioned that. And you also have 30 seconds at the end of the show to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay, there's 2 things that I always forget to tell people. Okay, last question. About 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, Dave Castro did a week in review. And in that week in review, he mentioned that he was talking to A-Rod, which was interesting and weird. As Jake would say, it was out of pocket. That doesn't work there, I know. But anyway. And that got a lot of people talking, a lot of people thinking. There's also been this thing lately of CrossFit are trying to cut costs. They're trying to bring down their expenditure and bring up their income, make themselves more profitable so that at some point in the next 2 to 4 years or whatever private equity companies do, they're going to sell and they need to make themselves look nice and flashy and shiny and like good books and stuff. My question is, with all of that in mind, should CrossFit sell or lease the sport to somebody else to run and like foot the bill? Okay, Jake, you got 60 seconds. You're lucky, Jake. You just looked up in the sky like that's the first time you heard that question. I texted you that question like hours ago.
No. I got it.
All right, Jake, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, well, first of all, CrossFit can do what they want, and they've sold before. And so if we're talking about selling the sport part of CrossFit, I think that they would be better off keeping it under CrossFit and just appointing somebody who is tasked with running the sport as a sport. When it gets mixed with the ethos of everything else, and I don't mean necessarily the methodology of CrossFit, because I think that applies to the sport. We've diverged from it at the highest level, right? It's not what we do in affiliate, but it still has roots in it. I'm talking about preparing to sell a company that is very different than trying to grow and run a sport. So those things are diverging goals. But I think that if you sell the sport of CrossFit from away from CrossFit, the entity, that it maybe would have some immediate positive outcomes, but long-term, it would lose its ethos.
Good stuff. All right, Garrett, you're up next. You got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, I say lease it to somebody fun like the UFC and let, Dana White go nuts with it and promote it and let the athletes be on a humongous stage with a ton of media. They get the money from that lease. They pump it back into their affiliates. In a perfect world, the affiliates get some help. They get some maybe commercials or some, I don't know, just something good for them. And, the athletes get their fame and they can build their brand name and everybody's happy. Just
cool.
Don't lease it to Amway.
Do you want to, will we just sit in silence for the last 20 seconds or?
I'm good. Listen, I'm 30-second girl. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that's what my wife calls me, a 30-second guy. So that's coincidence.
I knew that. Good job. Well done.
That's what she said, Jake. I knew that was coming. Oh God, I'm so lucky my wife doesn't watch this show. Right. Swanee, you've got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
I might be a little biased in my opinion because I've been a part of this community for coming up 15 years now. I absolutely do not believe that they should sell the games. I think whilst the sport and methodology in some ways have grown apart and are two very different things, I don't think selling the games does any favors whatsoever for our methodology and for our community and for the program from what it was built on. It still is an expression at the highest level of what this program can do and what's possible. And so I think that's a really important thing to keep. And our strength has always been in the community. That's where we've always been strongest. And I think we need to keep building on that and not breaking those two sides of the community apart any further. So whilst I can see some benefits in selling from a growth of the sport standpoint, I think it does no benefit for us as a community as a whole.
All right, Jake, you got 20 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, I see Garrett's point that if we let somebody take it over who just was going to run with it, how that could be cool. But to Swanee's point, I think that CrossFit is still steeped in its ethos and like it has a really strong knowledge of who it is, but I think its actions are outdated and not in line with that. If we can get the actions back in line, then we're on a better track.
Garrett, 20 seconds. Off you go.
All right, it's cool. I got beat up. I changed my mind. I don't think that they should break up anything. I think we should all just be one love together, holding each other. And yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, okay, you guys got me. I'm easy to turn around. I turn around.
That's my wife says that to me too. All right.
You're out of pocket.
Swanee, you've got 20 seconds. Off you go.
Yeah, one of the subjects I think that's been talked about a lot lately is athletes don't train the affiliates anymore. It's a very separate sort of thing. This isn't really close to my last point, but I'd like to see the athletes invest more, get back in the gyms, or somehow figure out a way to make that happen. We don't have those pockets of fans in the community anymore.
Oh man, I really thought I was going to get to mute you mid-sentence there. That's like my favorite part of the show.
So hard to finish.
It's basically why I started the show, was so that I could mute people mid-sentence. Just the power. All right. Let's see. Comments. If Pedro's wife watched, we'd have nearly double the viewers. Yeah, that should be close. You'd actually be close. Only came here for Glinton, better win. Oh man, you're gonna be so pissed off.
Thank you, Kenneth. I love you, bro.
Oh no. Is this true? If Jake loses, Matt spelled wrong. Matt's going to make him practice in his parents' basement until he wins this 6 years running.
No, I will have to join a high school debate team.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. That was an amazing joke. That was maybe the best joke. That was maybe the best joke that's ever been said in this show. That was fantastic. That was so good. Wow. That was genuinely brilliant. 3.5. Okay, there's Jake scoring. He was on 3.5, by the way. I'm not giving him 3.5. And all right. Yeah, fucking, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, scores. Brandon Swan is our champion for this week. 6 points.
Does that mean I have to come back?
We'll talk off air. Get to come back.
Good.
Jake's on 5. Garrett's on 5.5. She was actually doing all right there until she completely shit the bed on the last 20 seconds. Like, fuck it, I give up. You guys win. I'm out. That's someone who realized halfway through her answer, like, wait, you have to do this again. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna tank it. Okay. Let's see if there's any interesting. Just align it with sponsors that are integral to our grassroots, like we did the original games. Let's say Panda Express. Yeah, perfect. Let's see if there's anything else. Woolly Meemeth. Cool. Woolly Meemeth. It's like a 5-year-old started a meme account. Woolly Meemeth. I think that's John Woolley's new account, actually. You called her by her first name. Garrett had a conflict in her calendar. I don't get that. But okay. What?
Can we ask Wad Zombie why he thinks I look different every time he sees me? That was one of the
sell it back to Greg and fire effing to me. You know she's not employed by like CrossFit. She's a competitor in the sport. Am I reading that wrong? No. Sell it back to Greg and fire effing to me. That's like what? Fucking hell. Let's see. Where is Wad Zombie's question?
It's way.
Oh
back.
My God.
Yeah, you don't have to go back. I was just quipping.
Well, how fucking quick am I? Again, something that my wife says to me regularly. Marconi looks different every time I see him. Well, what's happening to me at the minute is you've blurred your background, and then when you lean further or closer away, more of you gets absorbed into your background and becomes more blurred or more clear. Yeah. Whereas, interestingly, because of his grassroots within CrossFit and because he's such an OG, Brandon Swan is doing his part of the show from inside a plyometric box.
Yeah, no, that's a handstand push-up wall on his.
That's right. That's what it is. You can see from the feet marks right there. See the see the dark spots on the wall.
That's for dad hours, dude. He's just doing Mary.
That's right. And Jake can take my 30 seconds because he's going to promote my business for me.
Jake's wage is going to be docked next month because you mentioned another training program. All right, Brandon, you've got 30 seconds. Sorry, to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I just know it's going to be about dad hours. Okay, right, Brandon, you got 30 seconds. Off you go.
Well, to build on Jake's point, it'd be remiss of me not to talk about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out @Dad Hours on Instagram. We write a program for our main target group is parents, busy people that don't have time to train for 3 hours in the gym every day. If you're like me and you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning before work and you got to get something in, more than half the week, then we're a good program for you. So we'd love to see you and come join our community.
Cool. I've done it. It's good. I liked it. I didn't like it enough to hang around. No, that's a joke. I just actually moved on. I think this is a dig at me. Jake, tell me why HWPO affiliate is better than Proven. So that's because I don't say H when I say it. I say H, the way it's supposed to be said. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be said.
Yeah.
See, Americans are quick to forget that the language that you guys speak actually came from this side of the Atlantic.
Here's the thing. You know how like a founder founds a company, then they get a board and the board makes the company better, gets rid of the founder because they're kind of unnecessary, just holding it back. That's what we did with the English language. We took it, perfected it. Now you guys are just off. We kicked the founder out or the board.
Have you ever heard Tyler Watkins speak? Because that's my evidence against that point.
I didn't say all of us. Board members.
Yeah, HWPO. I'll say it your way then. HWPO.
I like the way you say it.
It's the only, what do you call that when it's letters? Acronym?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only acronym that takes longer to say than the word.
That's because it has more syllables. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's hard work pays off. HWPO. Yeah, it's bad branding. That's I was going to blame Todd Menley, but he wasn't even there when that was coming with whoever came up with that. That's just bad branding. Whoopo. Peter used to talk about and promote dad hours a lot. Now he's big time and just promotes.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? What happened?
He's just selfish.
And he's gone.
I can't. No. No, I actually do like dad hours. I still do some dad hours because I think accidentally gave me lifetime access to it. I still do the odd bit. No, I really like Sentinel because it's like pure CrossFit.
We definitely stretch out away from pure CrossFit a little bit at times.
Yeah, and I think what
Taylor's doing with Sentinel is excellent as well.
Yeah, he's really, really good programmer. But I think as well I don't anymore, but I remember at the time being like, oh shit, I'm starting to get more time back now. I can do more than like 20 minutes or whatever. And then here we go. Like fucking another kid arrives and just everything goes to shit. I also liked Jake's piece.
We spent a lot of time together, so I don't know what piece he's talking about.
Penis? Did he misspell penis? Did he talk about your tackle? Do you know the funny thing about that is there's two funny things about that. One, Steve Fawcett shouldn't be awake at this hour. It's too late. And two, You know he has his glasses on the end of his nose, and it took him 15 minutes to type those 5 words. One finger, like, damn it. Go back. How do you turn off predictive text? He was probably shouting at his wife. Okay, after this, in how long is this on? In 38 minutes. Let me see if I can do this seamlessly. We spoke about him a lot. He's a good programmer. He's a good athlete. He's unrepresentable. On Get With The Programming, they're going to review the semifinals programming, analyze the semifinals programming. In just under 40 minutes, Chase Ingram voted on this show as one of the best and one of the people that should be first on the list of commentators at any event, Chase Ingram, and his longtime partner and lover, Bill Grundler. And they're going to dissect the programming from the semifinals along with Taylor Self. So 3 like fantastic programming brains will be doing that. Also, just a little reminder, if you wouldn't mind going to vindicate.com, buying a t-shirt, and drink Spade. I'm not even paid to say that. I just really like it, and I like Berman the German. All right.
Can you still get that yellow shirt of yours? It just says coffee pot. You can't get that anymore?
No, it actually doesn't. So on the back, there's a big fuck off ice cream on the back of that t-shirt. No, I actually threw out one of mine yesterday, the last one I had, because it went into the wash with something that was blue and it came out like grey. So it's gone. No, you can't get them.
All right.
But that has, look there.
I'm going.
That's yellow, look, and it's got it on. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
I'm going, yes.
Okay, thank you to everybody for watching, listening. Thank you to the 3 guests. Gareth, thanks for coming. Really appreciate you giving up your time. Jake and Swanee, a special thank you to you guys, because you dug me out of a hole there where the other 2 pussies chickened out. And I'm glad that you took their place. It was incredibly, especially you, Jake, it was very short notice. Swanee actually probably equal short notice, but you were asleep for the extra time that you would have had, because it's 5 a.m. there now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Go and buy a t-shirt, please. Go and sign up for Dad Hours or Sentinel. Go and, I don't know, buy a HWBO patch or something. You can't sign up for everything, like, so I guess HWBO just loses out this time. And go and watch Glinton. You have where the fuck is he? The 5-year-old meme account. There it is. I picked a name that you had 0 chance to pronounce correctly. Correct. So Moomy Wheeleth, you John Woolley on your show tonight, Glinton, don't you?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay.
Tomorrow at 5, yeah. EST.
Okay, so that's like 10 p.m. my time. Okay, I'll watch that the day after. Okay, thank you, contestants. Thank you, people that are watching.